So, this is a bit of my arsenal here, the CQB, and comes with high cap mags, which I wanted a higher cap mag, so I got the, as you can see, the Firestorm drum flash mag, which honestly was a pain in the ass because it has so many issues. And then I've got my MP7 gas powered blowback. I got extra mags and my 1911. This isn't my original mask, but I ordered that, and that was one of those mystery boxes, so pretty happy with that. It's pretty nice. But needless to say, one problem I've had with this mag is the mag, when you put it in, shakes so much it comes out constantly. With the different adapters, I don't know with the other two I have if it would be any snugger for different guns, but for the CQB, honestly, this was better to tape around about 2 times, and then it wouldn't shake, it wouldn't fall out that way. It fixed my problem there. Now, usually you don't have a lot of issues with the spooling, but this thing comes off here. It's got the replacement where you can replace the spool and everything else, and these little screws, you just take them out and you can rewind all that stuff, put it back together, but it's not that much of a pain. But another thing I would advise doing is pulling this out slightly, about, I'd say about three or like about that much, and cutting it and then tying it again, so that way you don't have it slack hanging down when you're pulling it and winding it. So that helped a lot. Another thing that I've been having issues, which I am going to fix today, is, as you can see inside the component here, there is a spring where they get fed. Well, if you notice, that spring is, I don't know if you can see it, but it's sideways, and it's supposed to be downwards into that little funnel. So it's not feeding. So, you know, when you've got a 1500 mag and you want to, you know, lay down some cover fire, it's kind of crappy when you have no bullets coming into your gun while you're in the middle of a battle. So I found out what was causing my issue, and I've came up with the solution. And needless to say, what you want to do is you're going to take this right here, and you're going to put a little bit of hot glue on the edge, just on the edge, and you're going to stick it back in there and let that, you're going to let that harden for a bit, and it'll keep it in there, and it'll keep it from pulling out and coming sideways, because what's been happening is it'll come sideways and it'll just be against the side of that, and nothing comes out because there's nothing to feed inside that. But yeah, this is my advice to you if you get a flash mag. If you're having a lot of issues with it, that is definitely one of the issues I have gone through constantly, so I would advise doing that. And yeah, this is my first YouTube video for this, but I hope it helps somebody else out, because this has drove me nuts, honestly, trying to figure out what's wrong with it. But once I put that back in there and put it back together, it was running fine, but that has a tendency to come out a lot. So I would just advise putting something around this, maybe some rubber, or just put some hot glue like I'm about to do, and just shove it in there so it stays and it doesn't come out. Because if it comes out while you're running, this can move inside and it'll come out and you'll have issues. So needless to say, I would advise doing that, and you'll have no more problems, hopefully. And far as the extra mags go, like I said, I don't have these taped, but these are a little thicker, so as you can tell. But I definitely advise putting a little tape around the edge. Makes it stay in a lot better. But that's my little advice, my little review on it. Honestly, I would seriously stick with the gas blowback. Costs a little more on gas, but that thing has a lot less issues. As you can see, I have orange tips on them. I put duct tape on them because I had the cops called on me a couple times. Needless to say,